I just wanted to tell a story. And this story was inspired by somebody who left a comment on Facebook. And how this story begins really is there's this big, gigantic pot of frogs, and they're all swimming around trying to make it, right? Because there isn't enough lily pads for all of the frogs. Just the bullfrogs that they elected to be their leaders had those lily pads. So basically, what happens in this story is that the water magically is being turned hotter and hotter, but it's happening slowly over time so that most of the frogs don't even know anything. And basically, what will happen is if this water keeps being turned up slowly, all the frogs in the pot will be boiled without even knowing that the water was hot enough to kill them. But some of the frogs were pretty smart and they started figuring out what was happening. And they were taking measurements on the water temperature and realizing it was getting hotter and realizing they were headed towards disaster if something didn't happen. And they tried sounding the alarm, but pretty much all the frogs weren't listening because they were too busy swimming. So yeah, some of the frogs tried jumping out of the pot prematurely, but the problem was that the pot was surrounded by all sorts of frog predators like snakes and other vicious animals. So any frog that tried to jump out of the pot just got eaten. So yeah, that's where the story begins. And their struggle to figure out how to make it and to figure out who was behind turning up the temperature in this pot to try to boil them all.